Today is the day you will lose fat. Come see Dr. T at NJ Diet.
Easiest diet I've ever done. It's changed my life. Come see Dr. T.
Using blood work and DNA testing. 1-855-5NJ-DIET and NJDiet.com. Change your life in only 40 days with NJ Diet.
Good.
Right.
Lynch and Stroke and Page and the rest of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Maybe Bill Clinton, too.
No, it would be Obama, not Bill.
Well, Bill was on the tarmac. What was he doing there?
He was lost. You didn't know that? He thought he was in Southwest, and he was in the private.
Loretta, can you help me out?
Yeah. Well, I don't.
You start taking a look at what happened on the tarmac. A lot of people say a lot of bad things happened on the tarmac between Loretta Lynch and Bill Clinton. I've had a lot of planes for a long time. I've never stopped a plane on the tarmac to let somebody on the plane. And then they went and they talked about golf and their grandchildren for 40 minutes. It doesn't work that way. What did they talk about? And I guess Bill Clinton said he was there to play golf, but I know the area very well, Arizona. It's a little warm at that time of the year for golf. Okay, so you have to find out what happened in the back of that plane, that so many things took place after that incident. A lot of bad things happened right after that.
A lot of bad things, no question. Love this song. Frank Sinatra, New York. They'll be playing this in the Bronx today. That was a clip of Bernard with Bill O'Reilly yesterday. Bernie and I were there. We make about a monthly visit. It's wonderful. Bill O'Reilly was the best, still is the best, will always be the best. Whether it's BillO'Reilly.com, he's on Newsmax Television, he's here every Thursday. Nobody better. His new column is out too, folks, on BillO'Reilly.com. They're always great. And that is Wolves and Sheep, based, of course, on the Mueller report, which came out about 6 days ago. So here he is on his way later on this morning to Yankee Stadium to take part in the opening day festivities for the Yankees. Our friend, the great Bill O'Reilly. Good morning, Bill.
Hey, guys, I'm going to be warming up Tanaka. I'll be honest.
Now, look, we all know we're all donned in our baseball gear today, Bill, on social media. 3 of us are wearing Met stuff, me, Bernie, and Matt. Jill's wearing her Jeter jersey. But you are a diehard New York Met fan, but you're still going to be in the Bronx today. Is that because you support New York or because they happen to be here?
Well, I know people in both teams, and so I want them both to win. Now, when they play each other, I have to root for the Mets because I was brought up in Levittown, Long Island, and the Mets were at Shea Stadium. I actually went to the Polo Grounds to see them the first year.
Nice.
Wow. But I want both teams to prosper. I'm rooting for a Subway Series in October.
And it's very possible that we'll have it. 2 really good, the potential is there. Let's put it that way. I don't want to get crazy on opening day. But Bill O'Reilly, BillO'Reilly.com, incredible. You don't need cable TV, folks. Just go to BillO'Reilly.com. And you have this article out. It's called Wolves and Sheep, and it's all about the Mueller report, and we want to get your take on it. Tell us about it.
Okay. So you got to divide up the people who failed to give President Trump and his campaign and his family due process. You divide them into 2 groups. The wolves, which are the media and the Democrats like Schiff, who couldn't care less about the truth. They just want to get Trump out. And then the sheep are the people who tune into MSNBC and CNN and sit there in this glazed state absorbing all this absurd nonsense day in and day out. I mean, look back for 2 years, how much time, if you're one of those sheep, have you wasted in your life listening to stuff that was insane?
Yep.
Literally insane. You know, on both sides, I'm not an ideologue. I see myself as a watchdog. That's my job as a journalist. But if I see zombies on the air, and you know, I don't listen. I just turn the channel because I want to learn something, and I want, you know, the wisdom to be challenged. Let's have a lively discussion. That's why I was number 1 for 16 years, because I just said, okay, even if I agree with you, I'm going to see what you got. You know, see if you can defend it, whatever you're saying. You don't get that now. It's just, you know, it's Jonestown. That's what it is. The Kool-Aid drinkers are taking over the world, and it's bad for the country.
Even with Trump, there was nobody better during that campaign because you were obviously friends with Donald Trump. You still are, and you liked his campaign, but you were not afraid to take him to task as only you could, and I found that to be the most fascinating television. Well, let me ask you this, though, Bill. Jeff Zucker did come out and say this, Mr. CNN. He said, listen, I don't regret anything we did. That was an investigation. Now, look, you're laughing because the truth is they really convicted President Trump. There was no investigation. He was already convicted on their channel. But what about that? He was just presenting the news as an investigation.
Right, I know. Little Jeffy.
Yeah.
You know, really, this... First of all, he was buddies with Trump. You know, I'm writing The United States of Trump, a book that will be out in September. And Zucker has a very, very minor part in the book, but he and Trump were buds because of The Apprentice. And Zucker was the guy who brought The Apprentice to NBC. And then Zucker gets a job at CNN. So his corporate masters basically say, we don't like Trump. Go get him. So that's the investigation right there. We don't like him, go get him. It would be like the head of the New York City Police Department saying to his detectives, we don't like Bernie and Sid, particularly Sid because he's too tan.
Yeah.
All right? Go get him. All right? Plant something in the car. Do something so that we can put him in Rikers Island. That's the same thing. So then Zucker, what is he going to come out and say? We were fraudulent for 2 years under my tutelage at CNN. Please forgive us. Come on. No, we were investigating. Yeah, and Elliot Ness is rolling over in the grave. I mean, come on.
And, Big Bill O'Reilly, to switch topics for a minute, the Democrats, the race for president, they're sort of cannibalizing each other. You had Joe Biden the other day. He's not officially in. But he's apologizing all over the place for liking Mike Pence, for the white man's culture, as he puts it. And you have Stacey Abrams, who he might pick as his VP running mate. She says that all the hype about Beto is because he's white. What about me and Andrew Gillum? We lost too, and we're not getting any attention. So that and the Green New Deal, I mean, the Democrats are really, seemingly to me anyway, in disarray right now.
Well, there's certainly the whole, and I'm going to do this on BillO'Reilly.com tonight. You're reading my mind. Certainly the presidential campaign, and this has not been reported anywhere, has drastically changed because of the Mueller report.
Wow.
So now you don't have on the Democratic side, you can't go and say, well, he's a criminal, he's Richard Nixon, we got to get him out. So now you have to kind of develop some policy strategy, which the Democrats are unable to do. I haven't seen any. I mean, Beto O'Rourke is interesting. Did you guys know that the Obama machine has signed on with the Beto O'Rourke campaign?
No. Did not.
I just found that out.
No. Wow.
I talked to very, I don't do anonymous sources, so I want to warn your audience that this was told to me. I have not confirmed it. But the Beto O'Rourke campaign is receiving assistance from a lot of the people who worked on the Barack Obama campaign. And the Clinton people have gone over to Kamala Harris. So that's how it's shaking down. But you have now, and that's why Trump is so happy, because not only doesn't he have to deal with this Mueller stuff again, but he knows that his campaign is much stronger today than it was on this time last week.
Yeah, but we talked about this on your show yesterday, and you nailed it. You talked about how much legs does this story have? The Mueller story maybe till Friday.
Till Friday, right.
Then the details come out, and maybe there's something in there real juicy which could lead.
The thing is that the story itself, people next week are not going to want to hear a regurgitation of Mueller. But the people who denied due process, just like in the Kavanaugh situation, they're not going to forget that.
Right.
So MSNBC and CNN's television ratings took a dive, and I mean a huge dive this week. Huge. That's going to continue until something happens, all right? But they're never going to get the level of viewership that they had when they were putting a noose around President Trump's neck, unless there's some other thing that comes out, which is possible. But right now, they're like a baseball team who's lost their top 3 starting pitchers.
Ouch. That hurts.
So
I like that metaphor.
They can't compete, and because they don't have anything else.
So then,
That's all they had. That's all they did 100% of the time for the last year.
So are you saying that this week basically, I don't want to put words in your mouth, this week basically solidified a Trump victory in 2020?
No, because you don't know who he's going to run against, and you don't know what else might occur. So you can't do that. But what you can say is that his campaign is a lot stronger than it was a week ago. And he's going off to Michigan tonight. It'll be interesting to see if he wails. We discussed this yesterday on BillO'Reilly.com with you guys.
Yes, we did.
Whether he's going to do Michael Corleone tomorrow. Tonight, Donald Trump. And that means, if you remember The Godfather, the baptism scene of his grandson, where he wiped out the Barzini family and everybody else. The Taglias went down. So is that what Trump's going to do tonight in Michigan? Just wipe them all out across the board and go after them? This is the time. You can't do it next week. If you're going to do it, do it. But last night on Hannity, on the phone, the president was not, he wasn't throwing the hand grenades last night. So that was interesting. But this will be not very interesting to watch tonight in Michigan.
Yeah, I predict he goes full, as Steve Bannon said, full animal tonight, and then maybe pulls it back in next week. But anyway, Bill O'Reilly, you can pre-order his book, The United States of Trump, at BillO'Reilly.com. The history of Donald Trump. That's coming out in September. And Bill O'Reilly, we love having you on. We love going on your show. We thank you very much. Go to BillO'Reilly.com and check him out, folks.
Thank you,
All
Bill.
right, guys, I appreciate it. Go Mets, go Yanks.
All right, enjoy your time in the Bronx today. The great Bill O'Reilly, and as Buddy said more than once, check out the website, BillO'Reilly.com. It really is a fantastic visit.